Hello guys, today we are doing week 2 of our Build a Website workshop. We are working with Google Sites here and ChatGPT to help us create some website content. We're continuing on with what we created last week. This is our business that we've called Fun Vacations. We pulled these pictures and we're going to be pulling some more pictures today. And this is a cruise-focused travel agency. We have our mission statement there and our services listed. This is our homepage. And we decided to do cruise focus. So we've got our ocean cruises and our river cruises. And we have a contact button at the bottom of our homepage as well as our footer. So that is what we created last week. We are going to take this a little step further and create another page here on our website. Okay, so when we're here in our Google Sites, you can create a Google Sites directly from your Google Drive, which is available to everyone who has a Google account. So if we look over here at the menu that is on the right-hand side, we were using our insert page last week to kind of pull these components into our website. Today, we're going to go to pages here. And this is how we can set up navigation for our website. So you can do nested folders, like you can have a, services folder with a cruises page and a resorts page and whatever you want like that. So you can do that. So down here at the plus, I am going to create a new page here and we're going to call it services and click done. And now you're going to see that we have our menu pop up here. We've got our home page and we have our services page now, and we can build it out just like we were building other pages out. We are able to change this header as well. I'm going to go ahead and leave that for now. So let's go and start creating some content here. So I'm going to look at these content blocks. These are really great ways to organize stuff nicely that Google has put together for us. I'm going to drag this one in. I kind of have an idea of how we're going to lay this out today. So we're going to call this our services here. And we're going to come up with some text for that. And we're going to get ourselves a picture too. And we were deciding that we were cruise focused. So let's go and start talking about some cruises. So while I start putting this together, can you guys put some common cruise destinations in the chat box, whatever you would like us to put on this website? We're going to be a little interactive. So type in the chat box any cruise destinations that come to your mind that we might want to put on our website. And I'm going to take the first 3 that we get. While I'm doing that, I'm going to go here and pull a text box or click a text box into here. And we're going to put cruises. We're going to have a little header here for cruises. We're going to go ahead and center this. So I've got one in there. What other cruise destinations come to your mind? We're going to create this as a heading here. We've got Caribbean. I'm looking for maybe 3 destinations. What else comes to your mind when we think of cruises? I'm going to pull this one in. And we're going to talk about some cruises here. So we're going to say, oops, Caribbean. Okay, we got Mediterranean. That's great. If I can spell it, I think I got it. So we might even change this to cruise destinations. Okay, and then the next one we got is the Bahamas. We're going to go with that. Okay, thank you guys. Kind of thinking this should be a little bit bigger. So we might make this one a title here. So we have our cruise destination. So we're going to highlight these destinations on our website. So when you start thinking about a page for services or about something you specialize in, you have, the opportunity to provide a little bit more information. So we're going to just use these 3 destinations for our website here. And then we are going to create another specialties area, and then we're going to go create some website content here. So let's pull in a chat or text box. You can see here they did not put it where I was hoping to. So we have these dots over here. I can just hover and drag it down kind of like we drag things around on Canva, and we might have other specialties. And we're going to have another header here or title as we did it there. And let's center this as well. And I remember last week we had some suggestions about some other niche travel types that we could have here. So I'm going to go with what I remember from last week, which was food tours and resort stays. So this is kind of the bare bones of what we're looking at creating today. Of course, you guys can get fancy with it. This is just for example purposes, but we're going to also highlight some other things that we specialize in on our website. And I think we should create a button up here too, and I'll do that in a little bit here. So let's go over to ChatGPT. This is our little chat that we were having last week. It's still open. So if you're not familiar, ChatGPT is free to use. This is the free version. I don't have a paid account with ChatGPT. And it will save your conversations. You can see I have some conversations over here in the left-hand side. And I'm actually going to scroll up because I had this thought that we had some slogans that we created last time. So we used, I believe it was set sail. What did we use on our homepage? We used sail into fun and adventure. So I was thinking, what if we change the services thing to say something different? So we had some good things here. If you have any questions as I'm going along, please go ahead and let me know. Were there more? Yeah, this was the one that we used last time. So we're going to talk about other types of travel here, but maybe we'll go with this. Your dream vacation starts here. Okay, maybe we'll use this one. So this was a slogan that we created last week. We'll be showing, going over how to create a prompt for ChatGPT here shortly. Your dream vacation starts here. That is too big. We're going to make this smaller. I don't know that I want it that small. And maybe we're going to make it, so you can see here this font, they use the light one, but maybe we want to use the normal one. There we go. So now we have a little slogan on this page because it does say our services right here. So we can just change that using what we came up with last time. So let's go back over to ChatGPT. We're going to write some text here for our services. So we want our clients who come to our website to know, what do we do, right? What services do we provide? So I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to copy what we wrote last time, and then we're going to modify it. Okay, so we have here, I want you to act as a website content writer with extensive knowledge about the cruise industry. I'm going to change this to travel industry, because we want our services to be a little bit more general for this part of the website. And then that is our first part of our prompt to ChatGPT, is essentially, who is ChatGPT, right? If you could make the ideal person to answer what you need, what would that be? And that's what we just gave it, because we are developing our website content. So now I will provide that you work for my company called Fun Vacations that competes in the travel industry as a travel agency. We arrange travel arrangements for clients. This is a list of some of our types of clients that we work with. And then we can make reservations, including, we've got another list there. It is really good to be thorough because it's going to pick and pull through all of this. And ChatGPT is really great for social media. And this is when those lists come in handy, right? If you come up with a bunch of like fun facts for social media that you want to post, every type of thing that you want to hit on, it's going to be good to include that in your list. Even if it's a little beyond what you really specialize in, you never know, it might come up with a fun tip about rail vacations. Maybe that's something you didn't know much about, but it's always good to provide that. And then we have a list here. We specialize in cruises, such as ocean cruises. This is what we did to let it know our specialty. I am actually going to delete this statement for this purpose of this prompt that we're putting together. and you will create website content for the services section on our website. Okay, so then our third paragraph here is what we wanted to output. Okay, what we wanted to give us. So we're wanting a website content. We want one paragraph, and this is what we were doing last time, about our travel agency services. The goal of the paragraph is to briefly explain what services, what services we provide our clients. And then I like to use conversational and friendly writing styles. You can use other writing styles as well. I just like this in general, and it tends to come out with pretty well-written stuff, and it doesn't sound too stiff or you know, too businessy. It sounds a little fun. So I'm going to go ahead and post this. Let's see what it comes out with, because we want one paragraph here. And sometimes it writes us a lot. It did write us a lot here. So at Fun Vacations, we are your trusted partners in crafting unforgettable journeys. That sounds pretty good. There's our mission there. They wrote a mission statement for us. We offer a comprehensive range of services, from hotel and resort accommodations to flights, cruises, transportations. Our team is dedicated to personalizing your travel experience. Choose Fun Vacation and let's embark on your next unforgettable journey. So you can always, if you don't like it the first time, you can always, you know, ask it to rewrite, and it will spit out something else. So you can, you know, say maybe it's not quite right, but maybe you can ask it to go again, or you can repost the entire prompt. So I think this is pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this over into our website here. And I am going to take out this one sentence about our mission statement, just because we did put that on our homepage, and it does make it a little shorter. So just removing that one sentence kind of makes it a little bit more of a digestible length for the paragraph. So now we have a general summary of our services, and it's great because it says we do hotels and flights and cruises and all of the stuff that we're doing. And it's pretty well written. So now let's get into our cruise destinations here. So we're going to get it to write us a paragraph for each of these destinations. So let's go ahead and copy our prompt, and we're going to modify it. And then we're going to just do it for each one. So let's look here. I want you to act as a website content writer with extensive knowledge about, and we're going to go back to the cruise industry because we're going to be writing about cruises here. This is what we had before. Now we did have that one sentence about what we specialize in. I would like to add that back. So I'm going to go back up here because we are a cruise. This is a cruise niche travel agency. So I'm going to copy that specialization sentence there back in, because we're trying to write about cruises right now, and this is going to give it some good context. So let's see, you will create website content for the cruise destination section on our website. Write one paragraph about, we're going to say, cruising the Caribbean. The goal is to briefly explain what clients, let's say, and this is all on the fly for me here, guys, what clients will experience on a Caribbean cruise. Okay, let's go ahead and run this. One thing I've noticed is that ChatGPT will put your business name in everything that it writes. This is a good thing for you because it does boost your SEO to have your business name throughout your website. But just know it's something I've really noticed that it does. So if you're giving it your business name, it's probably going to spit that out, or it might create hashtags with it if you're looking at social media. So when you embark on a Caribbean cruise, you're in for a tropical paradise. So we have some vivid words here. They're relaxation and adventure, beaches, historic towns, food, some activity, snorkeling, dancing. This is a lot. This is a lot of text here. This seems a little bit too long. So I'm going to prompt it to make it a little shorter, because we do have those 3 destinations. We really don't need too much. So we're just going to ask it to be a little shorter, and that looks a lot better length there. Now, of course, when you're using this, please feel free to rewrite it. You know, this is a good starting point. If there's something you don't like about what it spit out, go ahead and edit it. I rarely see anything that is very much wrong, but sometimes there are things that are not quite right about what it says. So make sure that what you're putting on your website is correct. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that in there. So it is a good little short description. So let's do our Mediterranean now. So we're going to go up, copy our prompt. Please let me know if I'm going too fast or if you're following along with me here. We're going to whip these other ones out. This is a word I have to think to spell. So we're going to use the same prompt. We're just going to change it to Mediterranean for that destination. So let's go ahead and run that. It's thinking here. And it did something really long again. This is nice. It's got a couple of the countries in there too. Get a little shorter. And we would like this to be about the same length as the other one. So let's see here. What has it got? That's almost too short because our other one was a little bit longer. So let's see if we can make it just a little bit longer. Sometimes it's back and forth. We'll see. And then it goes really long again. Sometimes you're just playing with this like, oh my goodness, make it the right length here. Let's see if we can make it 4 sentences. We'll see if it can do this. That's better. So we've got coastal towns, cuisine, rich history and culture. This seems pretty good. Seems pretty accurate as well. So let's go ahead and copy this over here. It might be a little bit too short, but that's okay. They're pretty close. What we don't want is it to be unbalanced. We do want them all to be approximately the same length so that it looks pleasing to the eye. So our last one is the Bahamas. So let's go ahead back over here. Where's my prompt? Here's my prompt. So I'm going to copy this and paste this. And we're going to do the Bahamas now. Okay, let's see. It's probably going to give us something really long. So we can probably try to make it a little shorter. We can maybe try the 4 sentences again. Okay. Tropical paradise. Okay. A lot of this is very similar to what it wrote about the Caribbean. We're going to go ahead and use this for training purposes, but that's something to note is how it compares to some of the other things it's written, because they are pretty similar. Oh, that's really long. Maybe we'll take out this last sentence with the itineraries part. So they're pretty similar in length there. So we got some content. We may want to add a little paragraph on top of here about our services for cruises. I'm curious what it might spit out for that. if we were to add a text box there. So let's see if it can do that. Let's go up a little bit. I'm going to go back to the one we wrote for services. When you're creating a website, I recommend you go and look at other websites, Google the travel agencies in your area and see what you can come up with here, like what you can find, and see what they've done and use it for ideas, right? You do not want to copy and paste anything that's been written by someone else or on their website, because it doesn't benefit you. It is not really helpful to have same content on the internet in different places. It really does downgrade your SEO visibility when you do that. So I would not recommend copying and pasting what you find on anybody else's website. So we have here website content writer. We kept that as the same. It's the cruise industry. Let's see if we can get a couple sentences about 3 sentences about travel agent services for cruise vacations. By our clients who want to book a cruise. Okay. So we're going to change this up a little bit. We're going to see about just a very short paragraph about services for cruise specifically. And we'll see if we like it, we can put it there. Oh, this is pretty good. We choose the perfect cruise line and cabin. Okay. I do think this is pretty decent first place to start. So we may come in here. Let's add a text box. It did put it right where I was hoping it would. So we can even copy something here. And we can center it as well if we want to. So now we have a little bit more on cruises here. So we've got our services, we've got our cruise destinations, and we've got our other specialties. So we just got these 2 other things to add in here, and then we're going to go look for pictures. Is everyone following with me so far? Okay, good deal. So let's see, we are going to take out our specialized statement because we're going to be looking at food tours now. I can't remember whose idea it was, but I remember somebody threw that out last week. So we're going to write 1 paragraph about our travel agency services for food tours who want to experience the food of the world. Okay, we can kind of just say that. So we're going to look for 1 paragraph about services for food tours. Let's see what it comes up with. This is looking pretty good. So I will say that I've used ChatGPT quite a lot. So I have a lot of experience messing around with it. Just know if you don't like what it's coming up with, just try and change what you're doing, because you'll figure it out over time. I know it's a little intimidating at first, but you just mess around with it and you're going to start to learn what's producing what you like. And then keep on using that same type of format and wording. And then lastly, we want to do resort stays. So we're going to say about the travel industry here. Right, 1 paragraph about our services for resort stays who want to to stay at a resort. Okay. Pretty simple here. Same thing we've been doing. Okay, let's see. You can see here, we had put in this statement up here, couples, families, and groups, and they hit that right here, romantic escape, family friendly, or group adventure. There we go. They listed them all out. And in a nicer way than I would have come up to write it. But you can see that it kind of picked that up on that. So let's see. We'll do this. We'll copy this one over. And okay. This one is a little bit longer. I'm going to leave it for just training purposes, but normally I would want to try and make these a little bit closer in length there. Okay, and then we have our footer here. Now I would like to add a button in here about requesting a quote. So this is something we did last week too. We're going to do it again, and I think we'll probably put that button right about here. So let's go ahead and add in the button. We're going to say request a quote. Oops. And I'm just going to link it to google.com, but you would put the link to your quote request form or your contact form here in request a quote and go ahead and insert this. Now it's all the way down here. I'm going to drag it up, thinking I'll probably put it right about there. And then let's center it. So when you start moving elements around, it's got these little grid lines to help you center things. So that is centered there. So that's pretty good. Okay. Let's get some pictures. This is the fun part. So we're going to go over, let's use Unsplash.com. I like to get pictures from here because they are free. Our first one that we are looking for is going to be for our services here. So maybe here we're going to look for a picture of, let's see, airline ticket, potentially. I'd love a picture of someone like handing someone like their reservation. Let's try, we can even just try travel agent. I like this globe, actually. I like this a lot. This is a premium picture. It does have the plus there. What shape is our photo? It's going to be rectangular, so we want to keep that in mind. This one's good too. I like this one as well. Okay. Actually, this one's good too. I think I'm going to go with the push pin map. We're going to download this one. And I think I'm going to download this one down here at the bottom as well in case we need to swap it out. So we'll go with one of those. Choosing pictures can be really, really hard. So now we're going to do Caribbean. So we want a picture that's going to reflect the Caribbean. We also have to keep in mind we're going to get one for the Bahamas too. We want them to kind of be a little different. And what shape is it? This is always important. This is a pretty square photo. Lots of beach pictures. This is a really cool picture. I like this one. I'm going to download this one. Okay, this one's good too. Let's see what happens when we look up Bahamas. And we're probably going to get very similar things. This is actually telling me here it is in the Bahamas. I've seen this picture before. You guys may have seen this picture. I've seen it used in several places in the past. I'm gonna go ahead and download that one. Oh, the pigs. You guys know about the pigs in the Bahamas? That might actually be really good, but it's rectangular. Okay, there's another pig picture. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's pretty smart. I hope that one works. This is, yeah, this is Atlantis. Okay, so now let's look up Mediterranean. Oh, this is a cool picture too, because it's got a boat in it. And we got to have a square photo. So we want it to look good, square. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I wonder if we can get a picture. I love Greece. I think it's so beautiful. I wonder if we can get like the coastline. This is a pretty picture. It might work. This one's nice too. It's kind of dark. We'll try with those to start with. So let's see. So we're going to click on our little image here. This came in with our content block. So I'm going to click upload from my computer here. So we're going to go to my downloads, and we were thinking possibly kind of look through here where the pushpin map. See how that looks. So we are able to kind of crop it. So maybe make it a little bit bigger so that it's mostly the map in there. We can go with that. This also, actually, we can make it even more in line with the size of the content block. So we can stretch it a little bit too. Okay. So let's see here, Caribbean. Let's see, we were looking at this one. That looks pretty good. I know in the past I've spent a lot of time looking through pictures, trying to find the right pictures. Bahamas. I really want to see if this pig looks good in there. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if we had written about the pigs. Let's see. Let's try the one with Atlantis. Which one was it? It's hard to tell when they're little. I think it was this one. I'd probably make this a little bigger. Okay. There we go. And since we're talking about cruises, you know, it's good that they all have a little bit of water in them, right? Because that's what we're really talking about here, is what they might experience cruising. So then we just need our pictures for down here, our food tours. Let's see. We could just look food. Huh. Well, this one's cool. It's got Jimmy Dean in there too. That's funny. Maybe even food and wine. And this one was a rectangular picture. We can use this one. That looks nice. This looks pretty nice too, especially if you're going for really the wine tours. These are some pretty pictures. Okay, we'll go with that. And then we're going to say resort. Okay. And this is a good picture too. Oh, this one's really pretty. It says Dubai. Okay. So let's see how this, probably crop it and that will work. And then we have our resort stays. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat box. I have a couple other things I'm going to show you, and then we're going to be done with our workshop today. So I'm going to kind of move this one up. There we go. So we have our services page put together. You can see that was pretty quick. I know you guys will spend more time because you're going to read over this and make sure that it's worded nicely and just how you want. But I do want to go into our preview here. So you can see when someone comes to our website, they're going to come here to our homepage, our services. So it might be good if we had a button here to link to the services page. Internal links between your pages are really good things to have. To kind of link things together. So that's always a good idea to have a link from this page to the page we just created. So we can go up here in our services menu. We've got our services, we've got our request a quote button, our cruise destinations, and our 3 spots we wrote about, and our other specialties. So this is what it's going to look like on someone's computer without all of the little tools involved in that. And the home page here with the services page as well, so we can navigate between them. So you can also create a contact page. Really good idea. We don't have any contact information on this website. I would recommend adding your contact information in your footer so people can find it on every page. But this is what we've come up with. So that is what we've got for our second week here of our website workshop. I'm going to go ahead and close the recording and answer any questions you guys have.